All right, now we're doing 8Q remove duplicates from list. This is by Weechu, and 93% of people like it. We're going to define a function that removes duplicates from an array of numbers and returns it as a result. The order of the sequence has to stay the same. All right, well, this one is going to introduce us to a very, very important method of doing things here. So first things first, let's go over here and say const distinct equals a, and we're going to do the arrow like that. Let's say console.log right here so we can test easy and get started. So for this, we're going to be using the set constructor, and the set constructor lets us create set objects that store unique values of any type, whether primitive values or object references. So basically, if you just read somewhere in here, basically it just says, it's telling us that it's just going to make a thing where there's only unique values, there's no duplicates, right? So first things first, let's say A, to see what that looks like. It's going to look like one of these, right? Just like I said. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of these two good examples and just have this bad example here. So let's test it again. 112, good. All right, so let's throw this thing in a set. So we would say something like new set A. Let's see what this looks like. All right, it's an object, set 2, and then 1, 2. All right, that's cool, it looks good, but that's not what the thing's looking for. It's looking for an array. So how do we get these into an array? Well, that's pretty easy too. We use this spread syntax, which allows an iterable such as an array or string or an object to be expanded in places where 0 or more objects or elements are expected. All right, so we get this, we wrap it up in brackets like that and say dot dot dot. Test it out, and there we go. Look at that, look at that. And I say this is an important method because in 7Q there's plenty of times we're going to be using this thing. Trust me on that. Let's test it again and attempt it. There we go, submit it. I mean, if you want to look up you could look up like a for loop somewhere on here, like on the internet, to give you an example of like a double for loop, or way down here. If you go way down there, there's somebody that did do it the double for loop style, but you know, this works. This is, and we're going to have to use this a lot. You can also do an array.from with new set A, because basically it accepts this set A thing as the object, which is an array-like object. Anyway, if you read about array.from, it'll tell you about that too. All right, let's go over here to mine. 329 of us plus these people. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.